Hi, this is the Peaceful Prepper, and today I'm going to show you what's in my glove compartment.
So here we are inside my car, and I've just reorganized my glove compartment because it finally occurred to me that I don't need to keep this huge book of manuals in the front seat. I can just put it in the back. So that leaves a lot of room in my glove compartment to keep things that are useful every day and in an emergency. So let's take a look. So I have an ICE card, and I did a video on ICE. It stands for in case of emergency, and first responders will look for it, and it'll give them some information like your emergency contact and if you have any allergies. Then I have this pouch with all kinds of items that I will go through on a tabletop just to pull them out. I keep a 3M N95 mask for emergencies, a flashlight, and this is a water-resistant, drop-resistant flashlight, which I figure is good. I sometimes do drop things, and in the rain that would be good. I keep this packet. I get motion sick, and so I have a lot of empathy for people who do, and even though I don't get motion sick when I drive, I have this packet in the car, which, again, I'll go through the details. I kept just a small envelope to keep my registration and some receipts in. I have this that just cleans off the car. I have a tire pressure gauge. This is a great one. I bought it for $4 or $5 over 20 years ago, and it's much more reliable than this, which I also have in there. I have an emergency blanket, 2 chem lights, 1 red and 1 yellow, and I have a multi-tool. I think this is the Leatherman Wingman. I just got this recently. This is one of the less expensive Leathermans. They have 2 that are more in the $20, $30 range. And the reason I got this one, there are lots of reviews on this, so I won't go through it in detail, was because there are scissors as well as a knife and pliers. And I believe the other one that's less expensive does not have scissors. So that is my, well, dirty glove compartment, so I might clean it before I put everything back. This is the organizer pouch that I keep in the glove compartment in my car. It's not a Maxpedition pouch. I know Maxpedition seems to be a favorite brand of preppers, but I'd seen a lot of the videos with the Maxpedition EDC pouches, and there are several different sizes, and I liked the idea of having something with more organization than just an open pouch to have items in my glove compartment that would be easier to find. So this is one of the, it's a different brand, it was a lot less expensive, but it has similar organization. So let me show you what's in it. I have my little happy, peaceful patch, and then just a thumb light, and in this compartment that has a Velcro closure, I have a whistle. And then let me open it up, and I'll show you what else is in there. So I keep several wet ones for obvious reasons. After you've put in oil or changed the gas or done all kinds of things, it's nice to be able to clean your hands. I'll just go through this side. I have a pen, a pencil, a Sharpie, or I guess it's a Sharpie knockoff, but a permanent marker. I have a little razor blade, a small screwdriver that has a small Phillips head, and a small flathead screwdriver. And I have this is by Tecton, it's a magnet that lengthens. And this I actually use as much as anything in this pouch. I find it really helpful when I've dropped keys either between the seats. If something was dropped and rolled under the car, it's nice to get it. And this isn't a bad magnet. Let's see. Oh, here. I have some keys in here. And it's a pretty strong magnet. It can pick up quite a bit. These are keys. These are not keys to my house. I don't like having any way to get into my house since my registration is in the car, which has my address. So these are keys to a friend's and a cousin's house, and coincidentally they both are possible bug out locations depending on what's going on for me. So it's nice to have keys if I arrived and they weren't there. I can still get into the house legally. I don't have to break in, anything like that. Then back here I have an emergency blanket, and this is, I think it's from Adventure Medical. It's not just one of the silver, very thin one. It's quite a bit thicker, so it won't rip as easily. And it has, I believe, various emergency information on the side that seems to be in French. I hadn't noticed that. So I have emergency information in French on an emergency blanket in my car. Then I have, I don't know how much duct tape this is, or this is actually Gorilla Tape, but quite a bit of Gorilla Tape wrapped around a piece of cardboard. And then just a couple of cards with emergency contact information that I'm going to keep turned over. Then on this side, I have a little pad of paper. I had the keys in here. And on this side, it's just a small garbage bag. And that's what I keep in my EDC organizer in my glove compartment. Just some things that are nice to have within easy reach in the car. Some just for every day and some in case there's an emergency. This is the car sickness kit that I keep just in a Ziploc bag in my glove compartment. And I have, this is a Travel John. I actually just got these. Usually I have barf bags that I've just picked up from planes or something like that. But I ran out and I thought I'd see this. This has some kind of gel in it that keeps it from smelling, and it can also be used not only for vomit but for urine. So I haven't had any cause to try it out yet, but I thought having it in a car wasn't a bad idea. Then I also keep an instant cold pack. One of the things that I really helps me feel better is some cold, some fresh air and some cold. So I have an instant cold pack. I have some ginger mints, ginger candies, and some Dramamine. And that's my car sickness kit that I keep in the glove compartment. This is the, I don't know whether you can see because of the light in here, but the Dorsey flashlight that I keep in my glove compartment, and it's supposed to be water resistant, and I just want to see how much. So first I'm just going to get it wet, submerge it just for a few seconds as if I dropped it, and see if it still works, which it does. And let's see if it'll keep working sitting underwater. And it does. Let me turn off. Perfectly well.
Thanks for checking out what's in my glove compartment. I'd be interested in hearing what you keep in yours. Be safe and be happy.